Hi everyone! Today I want to tell you what I have learned about Venus flytraps. So for those of you who don't know me, I like to grow plants. And I like to try grow things that don't normally grow where I live. And I love unusual plants. So one plant that I've tried for many years without success to grow is the Venus flytrap. I bought many little plants. You see them in the stores in little 3-inch pots. They're live little plants, and you bring them home, repot them, and they always end up dying. Anyways, this is what I've learned about Venus flytrap plants. Venus flytraps are a type of swamp plant, and they do not like any type of nutrients. You have to grow them in the poorest soil possible. So if you plant them into potting soil or garden soil, they're going to struggle. I've done it many times not knowing anything about them. Usually I take a plant, put it in a pot, put it in the garden. Most times it would grow. But never had any luck with the Venus flytrap. So you need to have the poorest soil that you can find. So my soil, unless you put compost into it, plants don't really want to grow in it. But the Venus flytrap is different. It likes poor soil. And it likes to be wet. You can't ever let it dry out. It has to stay moist because it is a swampy plant. So I did get a couple more plants in the last 6 months. Little tiny Venus flytraps. And I did put them in poor soil. And another thing, you can't water them with regular water. Water from your tap, water that I take out of the river, has too many nutrients in it, or too many chemicals. I have well water. Well water is not even good for a Venus flytrap. It will kill the Venus flytrap. So these last two plants I had them for a few months now. That's the longest I've ever had a Venus flytrap. As I said, they always die on me because I'm not doing the right thing for them. So I put them in some poor soil, and they didn't die, but they were still struggling. But they stayed alive for quite a few weeks, and they're still alive at this point. To water them, what I did is in the winter, because I live in a cold climate, melted the snow to water them. And also now in the summertime, I use rainwater and rainwater only to water them. So they were still staying alive, but they were still seem to be struggling a bit. But I have discovered something helped my plants a lot, and they've perked up quite a bit. Because they are a moisture-loving plant and they love humidity, I have found these little domes from a dollar store that work really well. So it's almost like a little glass dome, but it's plastic. It comes with a base, which is, it's a little display case for something. But I just take the base off and place it over my plants, and it creates like a little terrarium for them, and the humidity stays in. This one you can still see the moisture is in it, and my plants really perked up after I put domes over the top of them. It stays humid and they stay warm. They don't get into cold. So it's helped my Venus flytraps quite a bit. So over here are my two Venus flytrap plants, and since I put these little domes over them, they really perked up and have doubled in size because they're loving the humidity, they're loving the heat, The container holds the heat. And they're doing very well compared to what they were before. I don't have photos or video to show you what they looked like before, but trust me, these domes made a big difference. And since I had the dome over this one, it perked up. It's healthier looking. It has a flower on it. And it's only been about 3 weeks since I've covered them with the dome. Yeah, they're really loving it. So that's my story with my Venus flytrap plants. The secret I found is to put them in poor soil. Don't ever fertilize them. Fertilizer will kill them. Keep them moist at all times. They are a swampy plant. They like to be moist. They don't like the roots to dry out. And if you live in a colder area where I do, where there's cool breezes and things like that, I need to keep these plants inside because where I live it's very cold. We get snow. So I have them as house plants. But put a little dome over them and it keeps the moisture. It keeps them moist, keeps them warm, and they seem to be much happier. At least that has been my experience with them. So I hope my little video helps someone else who is trying to grow a Venus flytrap. Good luck with yours.